Are optimizing your title tags slowly becoming obsolete? Because Google recently started changing title tags within the search results. And there are specific reasons why they are changing your title tags. In today's episode, I want to tell you the three main reasons why they are doing this and what you can do to prevent this from happening to your sites. So to get the details, listen on. This is episode number 226. All right, everyone, don't forget to hit the like button, like this video, and also subscribe if you want to stay up to date on any future videos about SEO, marketing, and topics like today's video. So, to tell you the truth, I wasn't going to create a podcast episode about this particular topic, but I've been hearing it a lot in the SEO space. So I figured, why not? I was reading a lot of articles, and a lot of articles were pretty helpful in determining or telling people what Google is looking for that is causing them to change your title tags. So I would say, I don't know, sometime in September, maybe late August, Google started to change some of the title tags in the search results. Now, a lot of people are complaining because, SEOs, they put a lot of effort in optimizing title tags, and then it just turns out that Google is scrapping their optimized title tag for something completely different. And it could be frustrating. On the flip side, it could be beneficial for a lot of website owners, maybe business owners who don't actively do SEO. Google might be helping those sites get a higher click-through rate because a lot of business owners might not know about SEO or how to create a title tag. So if they don't know how to create a title tag, Google will basically create one for them. So it just makes a lot of people's lives easier. But I do understand why it could be frustrating. So there are, I'll include a link in the show notes from an article on Search Engine Journal that listed out three reasons why Google's page title update is designed to detect and adjust for these three things. All right. So the first one is half-empty titles. So Google can detect what is called half-empty titles. So that's basically a title that displays, for example, just the site name, maybe the business name. And if it's just like a generic title, Google will adjust it by adding information found elsewhere on the page. And I've seen this a lot actually with a lot of news sites that I work with. They might just put, the company name or maybe just contact for the contact page or just something super, super general that clearly they didn't create, right? So that's one reason why Google are automatically updating the title tags. Also, obsolete titles. So for example, if you have a page that has been published many years ago, and if the information is reoccurring, say for example, it's more of like an evergreen page, which is like a year, a yearly report or anything that kind of is tied to a specific time frame or a date. That could be changed as well to reflect new information that you have on the actual body copy of the page. All right. So if it's an old title and if you have new content on the page, Google might change it to reflect the new content on the page essentially. All right. And the third one is, now this one is a little gray area. This is inaccurate titles. So Google will change titles that they think are quote unquote inaccurate. Now, what does inaccurate mean in the eyes of Google? It's very, very hard to say, So if your page if the title tag of your page doesn't accurately reflect what the page is about, Google will change it. All right. Now, Google, they gave an example of pages with dynamic content, for example, with a title element like, giant stuffed animals, comma, teddy bears, comma, polar bears dash site name. So this could be an example of an inaccurate title when the actual page is a page that dynamically changes with different products that are being currently sold on that e-commerce store. So those types of things like that. So if you are selling maybe 3 things, but then your title tag is listing out 5 things, that's inaccurate. All right. So some of your products might appear on the page and some might not. So Google is basically wanting to make sure that title tag reflects basically what's on the page. So yeah, that's essentially the 3 things that Google is basically looking out for. And now you might be asking, are any of your sites, are any of my sites, are my title tags affected? There is a way you can check. Now this could change, right? Depending on the search query, depending on the specific user doing the search. But if you just want a general idea, and if you want to kind of maybe focus on some title tags that are changing for you, and see if maybe you can tweak those title tags or do some type of optimization on them, there is a way to find out if your title tags are being changed by Google. So you need to use Keyword Surfer. So Keyword Surfer is a Chrome extension that will basically it will basically tag all of the search results with a notification saying title changed next to the search results where the title tag has been changed by Google. All right, so if you want to it's a free Chrome extension, so just go to thecalmmarketer.co/keyword-surfer. thecalmmarketer.co/keyword-surfer to get the free Chrome extension. So when you install it, so here's what I do. So I do a site : search, domain search. So for one of my affiliate sites, I put site : www.aromaforall.com. Now you could do this for any site, right? For your client site. So you do that, and the Keyword Surfer extension will tell you which title tags have changed. All right. So on what I'm looking at right now, there's 2 search results that have a different title tag than what was originally created for the page. So the first page is an ultrasonic diffusers page, the top 10 best ultrasonic diffusers of 2020. All right, so the original title tag was 10 best ultrasonic oil diffusers of 2020 review : top rated to buy. Now, apparently Google did not like that title tag, and they changed it to top 10 best ultrasonic diffusers for 2020, a buying guide. All right, so apparently Google thinks this is a better title tag. Now, if you open the page, you will see that the H1 tag was being used. So that tells me that the original title tag doesn't necessarily reflect what is on the actual page. So they actually use the H1 tag. All right, so this could be a good opportunity. I've heard from different factions, there's people who basically have the title tag and the H1 exactly the same, while there are other SEOs that have a title tag with a slightly different H1. I personally like to tweak the H1 to allow me to target additional keywords. And you could view this as maybe good or bad, but Google is preferring the H1 on the page. So this could potentially increase, the click-through rate. This will give you some insight, so Google's basically saying, hey, maybe the H1 might be a better fit. So that's a good data point. And what you could do is maybe tweak the title tag and maybe make it a little bit closer to the H1 tag. Now, the second result that Google changed was the best nebulizing diffusers page. So the original title tag was Top 10 Best Nebulizing Diffusers in 2020, Essential Oil Diffuser Review. And the new title tag is Top 10 Best Nebulizing Diffusers in 2020 Essential Oils Online. All right, so this one is interesting. So Google didn't like the ending of the original title tag that had Essential Oil Diffuser Reviews. I think this original title tag might be a little bit keyword stuffing, right? You want to rank for best nebulizing diffusers, and then maybe you want to rank for Essential Oil Diffuser Reviews. But Google scrapped that last part and then just put Essential Oils Online. Now that phrase is actually not pulled from the page itself. All right, Essential Oils Online was actually not pulled from the page itself because I did a search and it wasn't on there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Essential Oils Online, that phrase was actually pulled from the homepage title tag. So here I'm thinking maybe Google is thinking Essential Oils Online is maybe like the core keyword or the product or the brand name or the website name, so it's attaching that, or maybe it just fits the content of the page. Essential Oils Online might be a better fit for the content on the page. So that is a phrase that's more of like an e-commerce transactional phrase, and Google might think, okay, this page is more of like a transactional page. So people are maybe looking for Essential Oils Online, so that's why they're wanting to look for the top 10 nebulizing diffusers. So this one is interesting. This is not directly pulled from the H1. All right, so the H1 is only top 10 best nebulizing diffusers in 2020, right? So that's basically what I put on the title tag, but then I added that additional keyword there after the colon. So interesting, right? But everything else, all the other search results, the title tags have remained intact. So try this out. Download this keyword surfer Chrome extension and just do a site colon search for your sites, for your client sites, to get a good feel for which pages Google is changing the title tags for. Now, this isn't a bulletproof method, depending on the search query, depending on the user, the title tags might either change or might not change, right? But this is a good starting point. All right, so give it a shot and comment. Let me know what you think of this whole debacle. This is a big deal, but it is Google, and they already changed the meta description. They've been changing the meta descriptions for quite a while now, and now they're kind of expanding and then changing the title tag. And they also changed the URL. They've been changing the URL too, so not really showing the full URL. So if you like this content, definitely give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you are a podcast listener, I invite you to go to ratethispodcast.com/The Calm Marketer. Leave me a rating and a review. And with that said, I will speak to you in the next episode.